It's really grey and gloomy outside. You wouldn't know it was July. This is one for all of you who are actually diabetic, and anyone who's on an insulin pump, anyone who's thinking about getting an insulin pump. If you're due for an upgrade soon, this is maybe worth a watch. I've not done one of these before, so we'll see how it goes. If you're not type 1 diabetic and you're not sure what the hell I'm on about, I've made a video, I think it was last year I made this video, crash course in type 1 diabetes, so I'll link that in the little bar up there so you can go and have a watch of that. As of this June, I will have been on my Rush insulin pump for 8 years, and I figured it was a bit of a time for a change. So the other day 2 quite large boxes arrived and I saved them. I didn't unpack them or anything so that I could film this. This upgrade, I've gone for something completely different. Instead of going for a Rush pump, I've decided to try out the Animas Vibe, which is a bit exciting. I've not tried an Animas pump before, I've only ever had Rush. So let's get it out of the box and have a look. Right, so I have a big box and a little box, so I think I'm going to go for the little one first. Maybe the big one. I don't know. Where are my scissors? First box. I can't show you the other side because it's got my dad's work address on it. Let's get into this. Okay, so box number 1. We've actually got a BM kit. I didn't know whether you got one with the pump or not because my old pump is a handset controlled one where the handset acts as your BM kit as well. So this looks interesting. It is the One Touch Verio Flex blood glucose monitoring system. It says big, easy to read numbers, simple colour range indicator. Oh, and it looks like you can attach it to your phone. So what else is in here? A big bit of cardboard. I'm breaking the box already. Oops. Get a key ring. Okay, so as with my last insulin pump, we've got a big startup pack. This one says, hello, welcome to Animas on it, and inside we've got a quick start guide for your handset, charging cable, I'm not sure what that's for. Something about Diasend, which I suspect is where you can link your pump up to the computer to see your results. And a whole load of technical support. My insulin pump workbook, so I'll have to have a look at that. It looks like you can write down basal rates and oh, it has some stuff on carb counting and some pump start stuff in there. My pump start's going to be on the 8th of August, which is a couple of weeks away. So I'll let you know how that goes. I'm going to be spending a morning at the hospital before I go to work just to get it all set up and running. I think it doesn't take as long when you've already had an insulin pump, just because you know what you're doing. You'll have your basal rates written down, you'll have all your insulin. It's just getting used to a different insulin pump. This is the second box. It's a bit heavier than the first one. And it says it's flammable. I assume that's just because it's got batteries in it. Oh, paper cut. Right, have a look at here. Oh, we've got more packing notes. Oh my goodness, so much stuff in here. Okay, right, so first thing I've spotted, I'm going to put the box down over here. First thing I've spotted is a little case. So this is just a black one with a clip on the back, so it's just a fairly smart little leather case that you can keep it in. And actually the ones with clips on are really useful because at the moment I don't have any and I keep having to tuck my pump either in my pocket or in my bra. It's just, there's other places I'd rather put it, and that's easier if you've got one of these with a little like clippy thing on it. So I presume that this is the insulin pump. So let's have a look in here. Now on the box it actually says Animas Vibe insulin pump and CGM system, and that's something quite exciting about this, is you, rather than having a Freestyle Libre and a separate scanner, you can have a Dexcom with it. They're quite common in the US. I probably can't afford it because it's not NHS funded at the moment because I'm a student. I'm hoping that one day I will be able to get a Dexcom, and that means that the CGM capabilities on this are really useful because they talk to each other. So it says open life's possibilities. Let's see. Ah, okay. So this is the insulin pump. I'll get it out. I went for a pink one just because I've never had a colour choice before and I got a little bit excited. But I've got a black case, as you saw around here, so I can disguise it if it doesn't go with my outfit. How cool does it look? I mean, it's only about as high tech as my Roche one. It's got 2 buttons up and down, okay, and a button on top. Oh, I don't know what that does yet. We'll wait and see. But I think the screen on this might be coloured, whereas my old one is black and white. Some people ask me if I can play Tetris on it because it looks that kind of archaic. Okay, so that's the insulin pump. What else have I got in here? Animas 2 milliliter cartridges. Oh yeah, so you've got a needle cartridge and a syringe to fill it up. They're quite little actually, these cartridges. Oh, that probably means we have to change them more often. I'm terrible at doing that. Okay, right, so that's the cartridges. If anyone has any tips for filling the cartridges up, let me know, because the one I've currently got, I keep getting bubbles in the cannula and the tubing because they form in the cartridge, either when I'm filling them up or maybe because the lower lock connection isn't as tight as it could be, and I'm really hoping to avoid that with the new one. Oh, okay, so these look like infusion sets. I don't know which ones they've sent me with the pump. I think I get a choice of which ones I want to use when I start. All right, so they come in little pods like that. These are the Inset 2, and they've got kind of, it looks like an all-in-one system with the tubing in the pod. So that looks interesting. And those, oh, it doesn't say. How odd. It doesn't say how long the needle is or how you insert it. So we'll find that out when I go up the hospital. Last but not least in this box, we've got an insulin pump accessory kit. So what have I got in here? Oh, some more Inset 2s. Oh, and this one says on it 60 centimetre tubing, 6 millimetre needles. I don't know if it's a steel cannula or a Teflon one though. I'll have to unpack one of these and have a look later. So we've got another cartridge, we've got two more cartridges, lots of cartridges, and we've got instructions, stuff about the Diascend thing, which I'll have to read, and what is this? Oh right, so I presume that you can kind of read your pump with one of these and download stuff onto the computer to send to your healthcare team. Oh, and then we've got a spare battery cover and a spare connector for your infusion set to the pump. And a bit of Velcro. I thought that was everything, but actually, typically, there's a little, in this box it says, wait, there's more. So, I don't know what there is in here, but... Ah, okay, so this looks like the full guide. Dear Animas customer, welcome to the Animas family and thank you for choosing the Animas Vibe. By the looks of things, there's a battery in here somewhere so I can start up the pump and have a little go with it. This does look like quite a hefty booklet. I think I'm gonna have to read at least some of it, if not all of it, before I go to the hospital, because I don't want to turn up and it all kind of overwhelm me, then be connected to the pump, have to go to work and not know what on earth I'm doing. So far it all looks really good. I'm excited to get started on it. I'm really fed up with the Roche one now. That's not to say that it's not good and it wouldn't be right for other people, but I just know for me right now it's not the right pump to be on. If you have any experience with the Animas Vibe, please do let me know in the comments or on Twitter. My Twitter handle is down below. I talk to a lot of people in the GBDOC on Twitter, so if you've got any advice about the insulin pump, any tips, tricks, things to avoid doing, do let me know, because I'm a newbie to Animas. And if you have a Dexcom as well, tell me about that, because I'm really excited to see how much it helps. I've heard some people just think it's fantastic, it's life-changing, so tell me about that as well. I'll keep you updated. I'll probably vlog on the day that I go and get this done, get this changed over. I might even do a review once we're a few months into using it and tell you how I feel, what I think, whether it's any better than the one I'm currently on. So thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos about diabetes, travel, uni, books, I'm very good with books, baking, this has gotten rambling very, very quickly, do hit subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!